So the task we're going to talk about now is inspecting lifeboats. First thing we got to do is talk about hazards, cautions, and PPE. So lifeboats pose a potential confined space hazard for us. So prior to entering a lifeboat, it's a good idea to have the ship's crew open the doors and ventilate the lifeboat at least 50 minutes prior to us going in. We should also have with us our four-gas meter, just in case we go inside and find there's any oxygen deficiency on board. Now, one of the first things we're going to talk about when inspecting a lifeboat is that we need to verify that they have the proper number, type approval, and that the releasing gear mechanisms are type approved as well. One of the best ways we can do this is to verify this on the SOLAS Cargo Ship Safety Equipment Certificate and also on the vessel COI if it's a domestic route. When we come out to the lifeboat, first thing we're going to look for is the lifeboat properly stowed in the davit and ready for release. Easy way to do this is just verify that it's sitting in the cradle or that it's rigged and ready to go over the side. We're also going to look for the lifeboat markings. The lifeboat markings, pretty easy. It's required to have the vessel name and hailing port on each side of the bow, maybe on the stern. You're also looking for the vessel's call sign. The call sign is their radio call sign. Typically this is on the roof of the enclosed lifeboats. This is so it's visible by aircraft and they can hail them on the radio. We're also looking for SOLAS tape to make sure there's a proper amount of SOLAS tape and that it's in the right places. While we're also doing this, we're also verifying the overall condition of the boat itself. These are usually fiberglass boats and can be susceptible to damage. Easy way to spot damage in fiberglass is if the gel coat is cracked or spalled, and then we can verify on the inside to make sure there's no structural damage as well. So now that we've done our visual inspection of the lifeboat from outside, we're getting ready to go inside. Prior to doing that, we want to verify that the harbor pin or the safety catch is installed in the release mechanism, so when we go in the boat, it doesn't actually let go and we fall in the water. You can see that in here. It's the red pin with a little piece of line tied to it. So now that we're on the inside of the lifeboat, one of the first things I like to look for is there should be instructions posted at your release gear that indicate whether or not it's properly locked before they hoist the lifeboat back into the davit. Now we're going to take a look at our steering system, ensure that it operates smoothly. We're also going to verify while we're here that there's an emergency tiller nearby and instructions for use are posted as well. At the operating station, we're going to verify that the instructions are posted for their release mechanisms, and if they have a sprinkler system and an air system, that they're posted here as well. On this lifeboat, we also happen to see that their data plate is up here. We'll verify that the serial number, the model, and the approval is on there as well. We're also going to test the operation of the lifeboat engine itself. So typically have them open up the engine compartment, take a quick look for any obvious fuel leaks or any exhaust leaks or signs of exhaust leaks. Then we'll have them start the engine and verify that we can clutch ahead and clutch astern, make sure everything looks good, and we'll have them secure the engine. If the lifeboat you're in, based on the vessel type, is required to have a sprinkler system or an air system, typically they can be found in this area as well. We want to verify that there is a sprinkler pump and possibly a valve that they need to actuate to turn the sprinkler system on. And the air manifold and air bottles will be down here as well. Verify that the bottles look in serviceable condition, the manifold looks like it's operable, and that there's instructions posted at the operating station for both. To summarize the tasks we've been talking about, inspecting lifeboats, we're going to use our PTC checklist, verify we didn't miss anything. We talked about verifying the number, type approval, and type approval for the release gear on our certificates. We talked about verifying that the boat is stowed properly and ready for release. Verified that the boat is properly marked on the outside and that the condition of the hull itself is good to go. We also verified that the harbor pins and the boat was open and aired out prior to entering. Once we came inside, we verified that there was labeling for all of our safety systems. We verified that the engine and steering gear were in operable condition, and we verified that if it was installed and required on board based off the vessel's platform or type, that there was a fixed sprinkler system or an air system installed. If there's anything I covered that you have questions about or anything that you would like more information, make sure you write it down and talk to your local verifying officer when we're finished.